It's kinda amazing how long some archetypes have been around. Blue Eyes, the flagship monster of Yu-Gi-Oh, has been around since 1999, while ninjas have been around since the 12th century. That being said, modern ninjas are vastly different from what they used to be, and by the end of this unnecessarily complicated guide to ninjas, you will be too. To start things off, we have Ninja Grandmaster Hanzo, a level 4 warrior monster that searches for a ninjitsu art when normal summoned, and searches for a ninja when flipped or special summoned. It's important to note that Hanzo's effects are both when effects. This means that if you special summon him with an effect that is chain link 2 or higher, his effects will actually miss timing. Otherwise, Hanzo is our ideal normal summon, fetching us both ninjas and ninjitsu arts with ease, as well as not being once per turn. Next we have Green Ninja, a level 2 warrior that can special summon itself when a monster is special summoned to your field face up by flipping that monster face down. If it is sent to the graveyard from the hand or field, it can target a monster and change it to face up attack or face down defense position, helping us trigger our ninja flip effects as well as dealing with problematic monsters by flipping them face down. When combined with other ninjas or ninjitsu arts, we can also send him to the graveyard on our opponent's turn, allowing him to double as disruption. One of the ways we can do this is Tabari the Sky Ninja, a level 1 winged beast that cannot be destroyed the turn it was special summoned or flip face up. It has the effect to send itself from the hand to the graveyard to special summon a ninja from your hand in face up or face down defense position, but more importantly it has the quick effect to fusion summon a ninja during the opponent's main or battle phase. Tabari gives you access to easy interruptions by fusion summoning our fusion monsters, as well as helping you capitalize on monsters that were summoned during the opponent's turn, something that ninjas tend to do. Mitsu the Insect Ninja is a level 2 insect that can special summon itself if you control a ninja or face down monster. If your opponent activates a monster effect, she can flip herself face down as well as a face down monster you control face up to negate it, as long as the monster you flipped up was a ninja. Mitsu pulls double duty as both an extender as well as an interruption. Being the only negation ninjas have access to, Mitsu is an essential part of our end board. Baku the Beast Ninja is a level 3 beast that can special summon itself when it is added to the hand except by drawing it. If it is special summon or flip face up, it can return a ninja or ninjitsu art from the spell and trap zone or graveyard to your hand. Similarly, Kagero the Cannon Ninja is a level 4 warrior that if summoned or flip face up, can special summon a ninja from your hand or grave in face down defense position. He also has the quick effect to special summon himself in face down defense position when your opponent targets exactly one ninja or face down monster you control with a card effect, bouncing the targeted monster to your hand. Between Baku and Kagero, ninjas have a good amount of recursion, allowing them to thrive in the grind game. Our last main tank monster is Yugioh the Gravity Ninja, a level 8 that if summoned or flip face up can target up to 2 face up monsters and change them to face down defense position, preventing them from changing their battle position. By summoning him on our opponent's turn using our ninjitsu arts, Yugioh becomes a powerful interruption that can shut down turns if used at the right time. In addition, if a monster is flip face up while he is on the field, he can target and destroy a card your opponent controls. Yugioh perfectly complements the flip focus playstyle of modern ninjas, providing them with removal behind an easy condition as well as being an effective deterrent to prevent your opponent from flipping over their monsters that we've set through other effects. Moving on to the extra deck monsters, the first of which is Ninja Grandmaster Saizo, a link 2 that requires 2 ninjas to link summon and cannot be targeted by your opponent's effects or attacks as long as it points to a monster. During your main phase, it can set a ninjitsu art directly from your deck. Saizo makes it trivial for ninjas to search out any ninjitsu art they require, as any ninjitsu art they need is just a link summon away. Ninjas also have 2 fusion monsters, Mason the Battle Ninja and Yagurumaru the Armor Ninja. They both require 2 ninjas of different types to be fusion summoned, but they can also be special summoned from the extra deck by tributing those monsters you control instead. Note that as this is a contact fusion, we can use face down monsters we control as material as well. Both fusions serve different purposes. Mason allows your ninjas to attack directly, and he cannot be attacked as long as you control a face down monster. When your opponent activates a counter effect, he has the quick effect to special summon any ninja from the deck in face up or face down defense position. Yagurumaru on the other hand is much simpler. When summoned or flip face up, you can banish a ninja or ninjitsu art from your hand, face up field, or grave to target and banish a card. Yagurumaru provides ninjas with easily accessible non-destruction removal, while Mason is an essential part of our end board, with his quick effect able to be used either for interruption or to generate card advantage. Either way, both are fantastic cards that are essential to our game plan. Now we get to the heart of the archetype, the Ninjitsu arts. Ninjitsu Art Notebook of Mystery is a quick play spell that, if your opponent controls a card, allows you to set up to 1 ninja and up to 1 ninjitsu art from your grave and deck, but only 1 from each. It also has the second effect to flip a monster face down if it is sent from the set to the graveyard. Notebook of Mystery gives ninjas both recursion and consistency in 1 card. Although it may seem slow, ninjas have several ways to make use of the cards on the same turn you set them, and the sheer card advantage generates more than makes up for it. Ninjitsu Art Tool Iron Digger is an equipped spell that gives the equipped monster 500 attack as well as treating as a ninja. It can banish a ninja from your graveyard to target and destroy a card on the field. If Iron Digger is sent from the field to the graveyard, it can target a banished ninja, like the one you banished to activate its other effect, and either add it to your hand or special summon it in face down defense position. Iron Digger has many quirks. Firstly, it doesn't have an equip condition, so you can equip it to an opponent's monster and use it as a free destroy effect. It can also destroy itself to trigger its second effect, allowing it to essentially be used as a monster reborn. Iron Digger is just a fantastic utility, providing us with both removal and extension on an easily searchable and recoverable card. Ninjitsu Art of Dancing Leaves is a continuous trap that allows you to tribute a ninja or a face-down monster in the field to special summon a ninja from your deck. Note that it does not need to be your monster, so even opponent monsters that you set with other cards or even monsters equipped with Iron Digger are valid targets, allowing Dancing Leaves to double as removal. Dancing Leaves provides Ninja with a fantastic toolbox. If you need recursion, grab a Baku. If you need interruption, Geo is right around the corner. And if you need searching, give Hanzo a call. He'll be right there to miss the timing. If that wasn't enough, it also has a second effect to bounce a Ninjitsu art for the spell and trap zone, allowing you to reuse Ninjitsu arts. Although keep in mind that you can only use one effect per turn. Finally, we have Ninjitsu Art of Duplication, a continuous trap that allows you to tribute a ninja to special summon any number of ninjas from your deck with a total level less than or equal to the tributed monster. Ninjitsu Art of Duplication is an extremely powerful card that's capable of building a substantial board on its own. This is usually the first ninjitsu art that we want to set up, allowing ninjas to have an explosive start to the game. Between these ninjitsu arts, ninjas have a wide range of tools to play with, giving them the flexibility to adapt to most matchups. Due to the nature of ninjas, most of our interaction comes from within the archetype. Tabari, Mitsu, Yugioh, and Green Ninja are the main interactions we'll be looking to set up in our combos. Each of these interactions requires some setup, but fortunately there is significant overlap in their conditions, allowing us to cheat on them. For instance, Tabari requires another ninja to fusion summon, and Green Ninja requires an effect to send him to the graveyard. As Tabari provides a way for Green Ninja to be sent to the graveyard and Green Ninja is a ninja, they both fulfill each other's requirements, allowing us to save on resources. Recognizing which of our pieces overlap and can be set up is key to the ninja game plan, allowing them to set up efficient interruptions for minimal cost. This is the basic setup of the deck that requires just Hanzo. We normal summon him and search for a Ninjitsu Art of Duplication, which we will set and pass on. On our opponent's turn, we activate the Ninjitsu Art of Duplication, tributing the Hanzo to special summon a Green Ninja and 2 Tabaris, with one in attack position and the rest in face down defense position. We will then activate a Tabari to fusion summon for either of our fusions, but in this example, we'll fuse for Mason using our Green Ninja and the Tabari, triggering Green Ninja's effect to flip our opponent's monster face down. Now, when our opponent activates a counter effect, we can chain our Mason to special summon a ninja from our deck, allowing us our pick of whatever ninja is useful for the situation. This is the extended setup of the deck that requires Hanzo and Tabari. We begin by activating our Tabari to special summon Hanzo from our hand. This triggers Hanzo's special summon effect to search for a ninja, using which we will grab our Baku. Baku will then trigger the special summon itself from our hand, and on special summon, it will add our Tabari from grave back to our hand. We'll then normal summon our Tabari to the middle zone and link off the Baku and Hanzo for our Saizo. We activate our Saizo to set a Ninjitsu Art of Duplication from our deck, and finally, we'll contact Fuse for Mason. Now, we end our turn. On our opponent's turn, when they activate a counter effect, we will activate Mason to special summon our Yugioh from the deck, flipping 2 monsters face down. Afterwards, we'll activate Ninjitsu Art of Duplication to tribute our Mason, special summoning Mitsu and a Tabari in attack position and a Green Ninja in face down defense position. When our opponent activates a monster effect, we'll activate our Mitsu to flip up our Green Ninja to negate it. This will also trigger our Yugioh to destroy a card if it's needed. Lastly, we can activate our Tabari to fuse with the Green Ninja for Yaguramaru, triggering Yaguramaru to banish a card, and a Green Ninja to flip a monster face down. In general, if we don't have access to Hanzo, we have to get creative and try to figure out the best way to get to Mason while setting up as many interactions as possible. With this hand, we can go into Mason, but we choose not to do so on our turn as Tabari will allow us to do so on our opponent's turn. We'll set our Tabari, allowing us to special summon our Mitsu from our hand using her effect. Now we end our turn, and when our opponent activates a monster effect, it will let us activate our Mitsu, flipping our Tabari face up and the Mitsu face down to negate the monster's effect. Afterwards, we can activate our Tabari to fuse with the Mitsu, fusion summoning Mason from our extra deck, which can interrupt our opponent later in the turn. This lets us set up Mason while also getting an additional interruption from Mitsu. With this hand, we have no way to go into Mason, but as we have a way to send our green ninja to the grave on our opponent's turn, we do still have at least one interruption. We simply set our green ninja in Dancing Leaves and pass our turn. On our opponent's turn, we can activate the Dancing Leaves to tribute our green ninja, special summoning a Hanzo to try and start our engine. Now, we activate the Hanzo's effect to such a ninja as Chainlink 1 and the green ninja engrave as Chainlink 2, allowing us to flip an opponent's monster face down and search for a ninja. Here, we'll grab the Kagero from our deck to normal summon next turn, ensuring that we have a follow-up play. Things begin to open up when we have 3 cards in our hand. In this hand, we have Green Ninja, Tobari, and Mitsu. To begin with, we know that we want to control a set monster to make sure that Mitsu's negate is live, so we'll begin by setting our Tobari. Next, we'll special summon the Mitsu from our hand and end our turn as we have no need to special summon the Green Ninja. This may not look like it, but we've actually fulfilled the conditions for 3 interruptions at this point. When our opponent activates a monster effect, we'll activate our Mitsu and flip our Tobari to negate it. Next, we can activate our Tobari to fuse with the Green Ninja in our hand, fusion summoning our Mason and triggering Green Ninja to flip a monster face down. And finally, Mason can trigger when your opponent activates a Kata effect, special summoning a Yugioh from our deck as a third interruption. Here's the sample deck list. The core of ninjas is pretty set in stone, but feel free to tweak the ratios as you see fit. There's plenty of other ninjas and ninjitsu arts that weren't covered that you can experiment with. And as usual, the generic cards can be swapped out to better tech against the current meta. It's kind of amazing how long ninjas have lasted. With the first ever ninja coming out all the way back in 1999, this just seems to be one of those themes that will never stop getting support, whether directly or indirectly. The current iteration is definitely my favorite by far, but I'm ready to be proven wrong when they inevitably return to give ninja support in 2030. Maybe then, they'll release the uncensored art of Lady Ninja Yae as part of their brand new Ninjitsu art promo.